5 to 8 now. Professional shark hunters will soon patrol our beaches.
A catch and kill policy on great white sharks has been announced to stop fatal attacks on swimmers in WA, but the controversial plan is dividing the country. It's the movie about a town hunting a man-eating monster. Once a Hollywood script, now a reality. Soon, some of Australia's most popular beaches and surf breaks will be monitored by commercial fishermen with a licence to kill. Any large shark spotted inside designated zones will be caught and culled. The controversial crackdown comes after the death of surfer Chris Boyd in Margaret River late last month. The 11th fatal attack in WA waters in the past 10 years. And while there have been many close encounters,
did you get that? Yeah.
Others aren't so lucky. This week, 19-year-old surfer Zach Young, attacked by a shark off Coffs Harbour, was laid to rest. And over the last year, 14 Australians have been injured and 4 people killed by sharks. But conservationists say this isn't the answer.
Shark expert Michael Brown from Surfwatch Australia joins us now. Michael, good morning to you. Look, there's been a noticeable increase in shark attacks and deaths. Are shark numbers growing, and is it time to cull?
Look, I think with the recent spate of shark attacks off both the east and west coast of Australia, I can understand why people would start to feel concerned. But knee-jerk reactions calling for the slaughter of innocent sharks, it's not only barbaric, but I think it really fails to address the root cause of the attacks. Certainly setting up baited drum lines along our beach, I mean, that's probably going to draw more sharks into the area rather than be a benefit to swimmers.
So why are there so many more shark attacks? Nat was just saying in the commercial break, she grew up off the coast, in WA. Never a shark attack. We've now seen 10 in, the last 10 years in this area in WA. What's going on?
Well, I think for starters, we need to understand that sharks are not just senseless killers. In fact, they're predatory hunters that are following schools of bait fish, certainly following schools of or pods of whales that are moving up and down the coast. So I think more by understanding the fact that these sharks are following the whales, following the bait fish down, and that's what's drawing them closer into shore. So I think knowing where the sharks are is very difficult. Certainly trying to spot them from the air or spot them from the beach is difficult. But trying to spot their food source or the bait fish is far easier. And by understanding where the bait fish are, that actually allows us to organise preemptive programs that can identify which beaches are more likely to have sharks and certainly try to protect swimmers in other ways rather than just going out and senselessly slaughtering animals.
Okay, what are some of the other ways? So that's actually good advice. Follow the bait fish, the food source, and I suppose don't swim near big schools of fish because they're more likely to be a shark there. What else do we need to do? A lot of people, viewers Facebook in saying it's their habitat, but you can't just not go for a swim. So what other solutions are there?
Well, I think that understanding the mindset of sharks will actually go a long way to help protect us. For example, sharks will inevitably target the weak. So any animal, including humans, that wanders away from the pack will find themselves at a much higher risk of shark attack. But I think overall, the most important thing is that if you see bait fish or if you see birds striking at the water and you actually go out and swim near those and get caught between a shark and its food source, the chances of you becoming a victim are going to jump dramatically. So I think a little bit of common sense, a little bit of understanding the mindset of sharks, I think that will go a long way to actually protecting yourself.
What about this dawn and dusk theory? Never swim at dawn and dusk because that's when they feed. Is that right?
Well, it is, and I think there are quite a few factors that will increase the chance of becoming a victim. Certainly swimming in early in the morning or later in the afternoon, that's when sharks do tend to hunt a lot more. But at the end of the day, I don't think we can really rely on the government to protect us because, with all these knee-jerk reactions that are coming up, they're not really doing anything to protect us. Most of the sharks that they're going to be targeting are migratory anyway. So a shark that's off the beach today that they kill, I mean, that could be 100 kilometres away in a week's time. So I don't think that's really going to have any actual benefit in protecting us. More so understanding the shark, not putting yourself in a situation where you can become a victim, not wandering away from the pack, not swimming in and amongst bait fish schools, and using a little bit of common sense.
All right, Michael. Well, you're the expert. We listen to you. Thank you, Michael.
Good advice.
It is long-term implications here if we wipe out the top of the food chain, I'll tell you what.